Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make your own computer monitor high definition or with depending what kind of LCD you can get your hands on. So pretty much first thing you need, the main principal thing is go ahead and find yourself an old laptop that it doesn't have a broken LCD and remove the LCD from the laptop. And then what you need to do, step one, once you got your LCD, you can actually buy them on eBay. I will leave link in the description for regular ones. Once you get your LCD panel, at the back where the serial number is, there's a model number for your LCD panel. And then you're gonna grab this number, the model number, and go ahead and punch it on eBay or Amazon, and you're gonna look for LCD board controller. And there are many other controllers you can get. There are controllers with VGA and HDMI, or VGA only, or HDMI only, or all three. For my case, I went and I got myself a VGA and HDMI board. Actually, I did order the one with the HDMI, DVI, and VGA, but eBay is never perfect, and they send me only HDMI and VGA. But as far as I'm concerned, I care about HDMI only. So once you get your HDMI converter board, you're almost set. And also it comes with on-off switch and buttons for the main menu. Alright, these are the main things that you need, and after this, the rest is really cheap. These panels, they come anywhere from $30, $40 or $50, and depends the resolution and the quality of your LCDs. The boards, they go anywhere from $5 to $10, so they're really cheap too. Alright, now once you got the board, you want to actually size up your board, the dimensions of the board, and you want to make a frame box for it. And I recommend you guys to make a frame box out of aluminum. It's really durable and easy to work with. So let's go ahead and cut some aluminum and some material for this board, and I'll be back in a minute. Alright guys, now I already cut the aluminum angles depending to my monitor size. What I did, pretty much, I'm gonna give you a quick how to. When you want to measure your aluminum angles, always measure about 1 centimeter, a little longer, so you have a place to move around the aluminum inside the box. So, and then for the side angles, what I do, I cut them in this form, so I don't have any overlapping of the aluminum, so it becomes a smooth finish as it goes somewhere about like this. And I just number them so I know which corner goes to where. So it goes right there, so you get this kind of smooth finish. Or you can just go ahead and do what they do. Some people, they cut both in 45-degree angle, but I rather do it this way. And then once you did your box, you want to put your monitor to LCD to one side, grab your box. Just this wood, I measured the size of my box frame and I cut it so it fits inside the frame. And this hole is going to be where the cable from the LCD from the underneath is going to come up and it's going to reach the board. So first thing, you want to put the frame together. So let's go ahead, put the frame back in. Now that we have the frame in, you can go ahead, get some scotch tape, or in my case I have aluminum duct tape. You don't have to do with an aluminum duct tape. This is just for and now so you can actually keep it together, keep the frame together without not falling apart. So I'm just gonna tape the corners from outside. Again, it's gonna cover up, so it doesn't matter what kind of tape you use. I use aluminum tape because it's not stretchy, so you want to stretch. So my screen is kind of slim, so I had to get a thicker wood to cover this 1/4 of the aluminum angle. So first thing first, now that we got the frame set, so don't worry about the corners if the tape shows up or anything like that. You're gonna grab your LCD panel, just dump it in there. And now flip it over. Make sure your LCD it's in a nice position. It doesn't have to be right now. At the end you can go ahead and fix it. You can go ahead and tape it. I am gonna go ahead and tape the this one. I'm just gonna cut a little bit more aluminum tape so I can just keep it in place. I use this aluminum roll tape, easy to work with. But make sure you just right now don't want to stick it to the frame yet. Just put the panel side. We still gotta adjust it. I already put the cable for the board where this cable comes in with your logic board that you order. So I already connected it. So that's really easy to do. Now, without bending over your frame, you want to go ahead and eyeball this and make sure your LCD is in a perfect position. Once you adjust the LCD, you're gonna put a face down and grab this wood plate that you cut. And I already went and I did the next step, so I'm gonna show you guys what I did. You're gonna grab, before we're gonna put this in, remember my LCD is a kind of slim LCD, so if I put the wood in, I'm gonna still have some about 2 or 3 millimeters space to fill in. So what I did, I grabbed this kind of foamy where I had it in my packaging. So you're gonna pretty much put it inside behind the LCD. It kind of protects the LCD from the shock, and it's actually better this way. But before we do that, we're just gonna actually put some glue, hot glue, I would say, silicone glue all around it. Alright, now guys, we're gonna grab the heat gun and we're gonna start attaching the board to the aluminum as much as we can. Alright. Next, what we're gonna do, we're gonna grab the foamies that we have. We're gonna try to fill up. This is a foamy about 2 millimeters or 3 millimeters foamy. And again, I'll just repeat, well, everyone is gonna be the different size. And if you get a low profile angle, maybe then you won't need a foaming for it. Right. Then you fill up every corner with this. And once you're happy with what you have, you can go ahead and grab your wood that you already cut for the frame and place it right in here. This one is not perfect cut, so it doesn't matter. You can just go ahead and do some filling for those with the silicone, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do some filling, and then later on it's just gonna be covered, so you don't see all this empty space. Alright, now that we have the fillings, and we're gonna take a cutter and we're just gonna cut it so it's even, so you don't have this kind of bumps where the silicone just sticks out. So get yourself a really sharp knife or cutter. Alright, now that I filled up the silicone in the empty gaps between the aluminum and the frame, so you can see it right there. Let me see if it focuses. Focus. Right there. So I filled up with a silicone right there, so I don't have any more gaps in the corner. And now what you want to do, I already made the holes, so I'm going to explain it why I did and how I did it. So as you remember this board, we got a PC riser for you motherboard risers. They sell them on eBay. I'll put the link on the description. These risers, you put 2 on each hole that they had on the PCB on your converter. And what you want to do, you want to put these risers right embedded inside this board. So what I did, I just painted a black marker on the bottom legs, and I just pushed it on the board and imprinted the marks for it. And then I drilled like about half a centimeter inside the board, and then you can just push in the riser inside with your hand, or you can just put some glue on the legs and then put it in. And for the casing, depending what kind of board that you have and how long it is, just make a simple board. I just made 11 by 11 and about I would say about a centimeters and half an inch the height, and I made it longer so it can cover the hole right there. So this is my box that I made, and I left one side open, and the height of the box is enough for the clearance for the VGA input. So I put the box and the cover right here. I just marked all around it, and then I drilled the hole where I wanted inside the marker. Now, and the on-off switch button is gonna be right on the top of this box that I made. So I'm just gonna drill 2 more holes right on top here, so I can put the on-off switch buttons too. So these ones, I put the riser on these ones too, with a screw on the other end. You can do the same thing for the other one. You can just put a screw on the top. You don't have to put 2 risers. I just did it this way, so because I had extra ones. So, but if you have a screw, just put a riser on the bottom, half a centimeter riser, and then a screw right on the top. So, and this is gonna be right over here, right on top of this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and make the holes for this one. I'm gonna paint the bottoms of these ones. Doesn't matter what kind of crayon you use, just put enough tint. And now make sure you press it in the right place. Hold it for a few seconds and let go. And you should see a slight mark there. And then what you want to do, you want to paint it nicely. Make sure where the center is. I'm gonna go ahead and drill the hole for these ones, and I'll be back. I drilled the holes right in here for the on-off switch. Now you can actually go ahead and push in the you have to really push it hard. There we go. There you got your on-off switch, your menu button right on top of your monitor, and the cable is gonna go all around inside, run it inside, and then connect it to the board. So, and then we're gonna glue this board to the back cover. So what I did, I just digged another 3 holes on the top cover for the panel, and I did put risers in there, and there are one right there, one right there, and the last one is here. So it's gonna be like a 3 risers, and it's gonna be like a glue right all over it. So it's gonna be really hard to get it out. And I did put a heat sink right on the chip. If you can zoom in so you can see it. There is a heat sink right there. And I glued one heat sink with a liquid glue. So there's a less chance that it will go bad because it really gets hot. And that's why mainly they fail, because they do not have a heat sink, and if you have a long period of time working on them, you might want to put a heat sink on them. So I connected the board, and when you're gonna put it back in, alright, now I'm gonna put the glue. Now let's go ahead and put the LCD. Alright, now let's try it this time. There we go. Now just push it down nicely. And that's it. Don't push too hard, you don't want to break the screen. Now I put it overnight to dry up the glue that we put under the back cover. And also I went ahead today and screwed 2 screws right to the corner, one right here. No, I don't know if you can see it, one right here, and the other one went the other side. One on each side on the top side of the panel, and I did one in the middle at the bottom side. So pretty much it will be 3 screws that I did, one right here on each corner and one in the middle. So the wood wouldn't come out. So I put these screws right now, it's really solid, and the back side it's glued in right all around. And on this side you can see we have the PCB board, the converter is inside, and on the top side we got the on-off switch, menu button, and everything, it's in place. You can go ahead and put some glue underneath if you want to, but we still, like, pretty much the screen is over, it's done. So I'm gonna go ahead and do some cutting right now. What I did, I just wrapped it up on the back, and I made a leg for it with a regular hinge. So I also wrapped it all around the aluminum bezel, and pretty much is done. Now you can actually let it stand on its side, just like that, and it will not fall off anywhere you want. So pretty much you can do this at home whenever you need to. Let's just connect your HDMI cable or DVI. Also, you need a power source at 12 volt. Oh, also you have to turn it on. And there you go. Now you have your second monitor right there. You can extend your panel to this one, or you can do pretty much anything with this one. You can use it as your second monitor right there. Or if you guys have any questions, just leave them in the comments below, and I'll answer them as soon as I can. And I hope you guys like this video. If you like it, thumbs up, and think about subscribing, it really helps out. Thanks for watching, guys.